This is the Cowboy for Game Yu-Gi-Oh podcast. I'm Bragg, and I'm joined today by Lachlan.
Lachlan, how are we doing?
It's
Just us two today.
It's way more awkward you doing that and just the...
Yeah, it is kind of weird, isn't it? I feel a bit awkward about it.
So yeah, the rest of the guys were not invited because I'm busy, and it's really late.
Yeah.
So late. This is like 4 a.m. late.
It is pretty late.
Yeah.
Well,
Anyway.
depending on where you are, it's always 4 a.m.
Oh, yeah, that's right. We even in Alaska. So let's drink.
Alaska saved me the other day when I wanted to start drinking at 5 p.m., but it was only 5 p.m. in Alaska.
And only there.
And also some, country in the middle
some
of the
random
ocean.
Pacific, yeah.
Oh, it wasn't even a country, it was just some part of the ocean.
The section of the ocean that designates this time. Anyway, so that's our time zone jokes for the week.
I'm a Time Lord now.
Oh my god. You know, that time, like Medion, I really thought would work well in Burn.
It should. It does.
But
it's just the problem is, in Burn, you always want to run Demise, pretty much.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work up.
It would
They
be
should have
really...
been level 1s.
Yeah. Yeah. We're for our Fathom.
Never mind, level 2.
So, how was our week in Yu-Gi-Oh, Lachlan?
Yeah, I did a bit of testing today, 3 hours of testing, just trying to get hands right and everything, but I think I've settled on a deck list for now, but I'm still trying to work Cold Buys in.
Yeah.
I've dropped the Gammas. The Gamma package doesn't work.
Oh.
Because if they don't, if something doesn't happen that you can Gamma, it's useless.
Yeah. And then it doesn't really come into effect.
And you'd only ever want to use it after you already discarded the only thing you would discard from your hand, so it's useless.
Yeah.
Unless you make Lambda at the end, but by the end you've turned off monster effects, so what's the point?
Yeah. And it's not really a good card to get back you into the game. That's great English. My week in Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah, how was your week?
So looking forward to YCS and...
You are getting pretty high for YCS, I've noticed that.
Yeah, I'm kind of keen to try and do okay. Well.
Bragg's been saying, I'm going to top 16.
Oh, hey, no. Oh, that's good.
He's going to beat Bowden in the first round.
Yeah.
And then we call each other by name.
Who?
Who?
So...
Crack. 2019.
It's been a few years of YCSs. I've made day 2 for every one of them. I'm kind of keen to maybe convert on that now. Give it one last go instead of just kind of bowing out like I was kind of leaning towards. I've got all the pieces for top decks, and a lot of people have got goodwill towards me of that, or bad will against Orcust. And I already had Salad built, so I've got 2 of the major decks ready to go. So there's no
Sky Striker there. You also have Sky Striker.
Yes, that's the thing. So I'll probably do the Sky Striker build of Orcust or Salads. The two
There's
ways.
a Sky Striker build of Salads?
The Sky Striker build of Orcust. No, there's no way you can Sky Striker Salad.
Surely.
No.
You could just summon Ip as the last thing.
You lose.
No. It's perfect. Honest. No. Actually, it's perfect. Right? Because you just finish with a Sunlight Wolf, right? And one thing on the board, an Ip, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, it's better. Just Sunlight Wolf and Ip, right? And then after you use Raw, right?
Mm-hmm.
You just link away Ip and your Sunlight Wolf into Unicorn or whatever, and then your Sky Striker stuff's live. It's what they do in Pendulum Orca Sky Striker or Orca Sky Striker.
Yeah, it's definitely...
Surely it works.
If you're starting with Engage, and you get the Engage out, you get the token out there, I feel there's one clause I'm forgetting that doesn't let you special summon the token in the same turn. Are you thinking about Mirage Celia? Yeah, so that's
afterwards.
That's definitely after.
That's why you can use Sea Archiver.
I'm thinking... Wait, is an Archive or a Cybers?
Yeah, but it's fire effect monster.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Mirage Celia.
And then you have... obviously, if I was doing this, I wouldn't have Transco. Huh?
You can still summon
Yeah. So yeah, so it could be token Kagari.
Yeah, 'cause it doesn't get you anywhere.
Add back, engage. You get a Widow Anchor.
Yeah, it's nice.
Then
We can also add.
you summon whatever else. Is Sunlight Wolf 2 Cybers monsters, or is it 2 Salad monsters?
I think it's 2 fire effect monsters.
Oh. Really?
Yeah, so if you have Kagari on board...
Oh. Maybe.
I swear to God it is fire effect monsters. Well, Bragg is checking. It is, isn't it? Wait, this could actually work. Oh, we need to cut this part of the podcast. I honestly reckon this is a shout. I'll have a test around. I'm sure if it worked, we'd have heard about it by now.
Yeah, surely someone's been dumb enough to try this.
Us. Even fist bumped.
So, yeah, because all you're doing is running engage, a Widow Anchor,
Shark cannon.
and shut. Yeah, like, and they're just good. They're just good traps.
They're really good.
My God.
I'm kind of positive we can. I'm positive we can make this work. The only thing I can think of is I don't think you can summon it if you use Mirage Dahlia.
Oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
Unless if Ips now.
I guess you just play it differently though.
Yeah, it. Well, I mean.
You just try to make Sunlight Wolf, and then
Yeah, if you got Sunlight Wolf.
Ip, and that's it. That's it.
Jesus.
That was bad.
So I mean, so between those two,
That's more Yu-Gi-Oh!
and maybe
Theory
Scrap Orchest
than we've talked on here for
Yeah.
a year combined.
instead of just random. I did this and
How
I
good
played
are
Ferret.
two-man podcasts?
Yeah. Let us know what you think in the comments below.
Yeah,
Except
you
you,
missed
Jake.
Yeah. No one cares what you think. No, I'm joking.
Alright.
Well, he's going to listen to this too.
Maybe. Probably. No, he didn't listen to the last one. Did he?
Who cares?
Yeah, true. Anyway, YCS Milan was last weekend. We watched a bit of the coverage. I watched a little bit. More than I should have.
I think I watched it in passing.
Yeah.
Did we talk about...
Yeah,
So, do we want to explain it in the parts that we realised it? Like, one by one? Or are we going to tell them immediately what happened?
No, I think we should just get right to the...
I think we should get the source out first, and then come with the source was watered down. So let's come with the fire. Let's come with the sriracha, right? Some guy... This is how we learnt it, right? This is phase 1. We just got this information.
In Zodiac, Reddit,
Some guy
YouTube
took 10 minutes to do his play.
Yep.
And 6 minutes into his play... and there was, only 10 minutes left. Oh, there was, So he took 9 minutes to do his play, and there were 10 minutes left in round. And, at the 5-minute mark, he used Destrudo. And then... obviously had less life points. His opponent had a minute to make a play. Took 30 seconds to do an action or something,
yeah.
And the judge was like... And he called him the judge and said he's slow playing. And the guy got a warning and a time extension, and the other guy won. That's the gist of it. Everyone was super angry at this guy. He was getting a lot of hate. We since find out, no, he didn't call the judge.
He had called a judge for a ruling. At the time, we thought
Yeah.
And then, and the judge and the judging staff have confirmed, no, they were confirming a ruling of a card, and then with 8 seconds left in the round, that's when the judge independently made the call to pause the game and say that the current turn player was stalling for time, which really wasn't the case.
No. This is something you brought up to me, is that, it's nice that this is a nice distraction from the fact that the judge made the wrong call.
Yeah, there was
a really bad call.
So the moderators on r/Yu-Gi-Oh had a sticky post up for a bit just to make up for the fact that the flame war had been going on with them. I'm not sure if any such action was taken on Zodiac. But they had a counter action with a quote from the judge or the head judge, and it was very much everything's fine, situation normal, And it was like very much a brushing away of that. Oh, hold on.
It's like, no, this guy still lost.
Your
undeservedly.
judge made a wrong call. Still,
Yeah.
like it's like so the player did not rule shark, therefore everything's cool.
It's like, no, the judge essentially rule sharked.
Yeah, and that's why this time rule's murky as hell. It
just. I don't think it's even sped up tournaments that much. After it came in, we had that YCS where it didn't start till like.
Oh, yeah, and we had like, look.
And it doesn't matter because people still go into turns.
I mean, and when these time rules were brought in, I did say, hey, it's as bad as I can leave with like 5 minutes left in the round, go get food, come back, and not miss anything.
Yeah.
Because it was almost 2 sets of 40 minutes for a round. But in saying that, these time rules are too easily manipulated, too easily to be misjudged.
It is. It's like you get Noble Knights that do well because they just have that card that gains them 500 life points.
It's, yeah. And that's the thing. It's like, but with 10 minutes to go, you don't really think about slow playing. It's but when there's 30 seconds, so it's very much a disadvantage of who's being passed to.
Jokingly.
And that's the thing, that player had like a lot in their graveyard to think over, and that actually does concern me about going back into competitive. Of that, I've got to.
What do you think I'm playing a deck where I can only do one thing?
That's the thing. It's I've got to be. I've always liked having a lot of options to mull over and do, and that's the thing. And just the game, there's just too many interactions now where you can't do that.
I think every single deck, if I can teach the listeners one thing, and I know a lot of our listeners aren't active actual players, as far as I'm aware. A lot of them are like people who just sort of like listening to it and are brief, like was kind of interested in it. If you're actually building a deck, the one thing I can say to you is at least in the side, at the minimum in the side or in the extra deck, put a card that does burn damage. You need to.
Yeah.
In this format where so many games go to time, put a burn card in your side deck.
That's what Prank Kids definitely won me a few games at last YCS purely on the fact of I fusion summoned 2 of the water monsters in game 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's you kind of just need to. I don't think it's viable to not.
And I mean that on turn 1 and then when I pass to their turn.
Yeah.
I don't mean at the same time, or do I? Haha. Unless. So top 32 of YCS Milan. I haven't even seen this. 9
Pendulum?
3. Anyway, 9 Pure Orcust, 7 Sky Striker Orcust, 4 Sky Striker, 4 Salad, 3 Pendulum, 2 True Draco, 1 Thunder Dragon, 1 Lunalight Orcust, 1 Magical Musketeer.
Wait, what? Bro, if Magical Musketeer is topping, surely.
Surprised Andrew's fucking not just.
I was actually talking about it a bit ago because he showed off how broken that link was. It is that if they're starting to top, that link is nuts. It can summon up to 5 monsters from the deck or set 5 spells and traps. That's mental.
The deck has always been just insane. It's
this insane potential, handicapped by this terrible, terrible consistency.
Yeah. But then there's like searcher cards. There's just something I can't quite put my finger on with that. Also, they look ugly.
I don't think there's enough cards in the archetype, to be honest.
Yeah, that might be it.
And their boss monster sucks.
Well, I mean, now they've got a new boss monster. New and improved. Sky Striker Orcust won the event.
Sky Striker Orcust.
That's the thing. It's
5 Sky Striker cards.
Yeah. But still, that opening up...
I guess that's not including Kagari.
Engage, and then if you've used it, burn a couple spells, really does... Like, it's just a free extra something to link away with, plus another search and a negate. That's the thing. That's why it's even going to work in Salad. Let's do it.
Anyway. It will work.
Is this the last YCS before ours?
Yep. No.
I wonder.
Maybe.
We'll find out.
Can you repeat
the
question?
At this point, YCS is just like springing up on me. I'm just having no bloody idea. So, moving on. Oh, something we missed last week was the dual overload packs.
I thought we were missing something.
Yeah, it was just... And I'm pretty sure they confirmed that needle fiber, now known as...
What?
Kriston Halifax. Halki Febrax.
Needle fiber.
Yeah.
No one's get... Bro, this is like... At least Totally Awesome was kind of cool.
We did... Yeah, that's... Whoa. Wow, are we there?
What?
Saying that Totally Awesome was kind of cool.
It was. I still prefer Tree Toad, but, whatever. I mean, look, I preferred the lawn mowing or whatever it is.
Oh, wait, what's it called now? Grass is greener.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought lawnmower was pretty cool because it's just cutting off the top of your deck.
And so also we're getting relinquished Link monster. Relinquished. I wonder if they'll call it that or if it'll maintain whatever I guess where it's called. I can't believe you yawned at that. Damn you. I know it's late
because it's like 4 a.m, dude.
Yeah, there's no way they don't call relinquished, and then just in the description. There we go.
Relinquished.
Oh. I thought you were laughing at my joke, not my mispronunciation.
No, it is a funny joke.
Sky Striker Ace Sea Eggs will also be in it. The Bujin link, Predator Planet link. So pretty much all the links that we talked about and bitched about not getting, we will get in this pack.
Oh yeah.
Apparently some Malefic and Cubics.
There's another link I think we're all forgetting that hasn't come out yet.
My Flame Swordsman?
No.
Tenyi Spirit. Sashurashra?
Starts with a D. Ends with an item mist.
Oh, that doesn't exist. Wait, does it exist? No, it doesn't.
It's rumoured to exist.
Well, that pack was completely confirmed. We're not getting link support for them till next year, or ever. We're probably due a new Master Rule in February as well.
As the new...
Well, announcement of a new Master Rule, which I hate calling.
I can already see it. The Pendulum Zones have been moved back to the sides.
Nah, never again.
Oh please, just let me do it.
Never again.
I'll literally never play another deck.
No, there's no way they'll ever go back there.
Why not? It's not broken.
Nah.
It's still good. It's still good.
The zone bullshit. It like bloody what's that deck's that Mech Knights. Mech Knights? Yeah. What do you do?
Suck 'em.
Then OTS 12, we now know the commons. Couple Fire Fist ones, Tanky
Flame
and
Buffalo.
Raven. Yeah, so Flame Buffalo and Sea Archiver. Get common
nice.
reprints. Yeah, get
They're
them out there, I
giving
guess.
Salad a bit of the boost.
Horse Prince as well. Dark Hole is a common.
Lovely.
Yeah. Alright. Gigantes probably was due for a reprint, and Magician's Robe as well. Salomon Great Foul for some unknown reason. Maybe there's an errata in there. Shambara, Maku, the Magical Mist. I wonder if they're going to add or take away anything from that text. Like Summon Skull and the rest.
These are archfiends.
And then...
Holy shit.
Kaminari Attack.
Kaminari.
Yeah, attack.
What does it do?
That's the level 4 Thunder Fusion.
Oh, is it level 4 level 5?
Oh. I thought it was level 4.
Level 5.
Maybe it is level 5.
That's a good reprint.
Yeah.
That's a very, very old card.
Late.
Oh, it's about a year late, but it's still a good reprint.
Shit, you're right, it is 5. Oh, it's not light either. It's Wind and Thunder. Ew. Well... Actually, that makes sense. Because it has to be a 5-star fusion monster if it has 1900 attack.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I wonder if they'll ever reprint Ocubeam and Mega Thunderbar.
And Moki Moki King. In ulti.
Yeah, I don't think that's ever going to happen. Why
Why am I in charge of Konami? What what would you change about the game?
Oh.
If you're going to be in charge of Konami for a day, let's say you get to make like 3 or 4 decisions in that day.
Change pricing.
Yeah?
And change...
To like, monetary?
Yeah, and change marketing, and then probably see if we can negotiate an anime based on archetypes.
You got one more decision. Well, I think you fixed the game in that, to be honest. But, like... You got one more.
Because the anime is key. They have been nailing, like, product types and stuff, and reprints. I'm not too mad, like...
Yeah.
Like, that's the thing, archetypes are archetypes. I mean, it might not gel with me now, but, like, that I couldn't be better.
It is gelling with a lot of people, though.
Yeah, like, I mean, Milan did pretty good numbers as well.
The game's bigger than it's ever been, for sure. Is it better? That's not really for us to decide, is it?
Yeah.
Well, actually, it is.
God, it would have been good if we had, like, this... I think I said it last week. We're just having this support for previous times.
Oh, the game would have been massive.
I think it is... And what actually... Now I've just thought about it. That it is just people watching the anime, then getting disposable income and jumping in. And then we just constantly
It's such a high
because the anime has never stopped
to get into now.
Like, so since the anime has never stopped, there's just a constant, like, people coming into the game. Sure, some people quit, but I mean, unlike when we were kids, it's just it starts with kids. It starts with me. There's not many people that are older than me playing the game.
You are an OG.
So then it's just going to keep growing because people like me and
that's Jake Law. Jake's older than you.
Me and Jake will probably still keep playing, and then we're just going to keep getting more and more younger players.
You guys are going to play until you turn to dust.
It's pretty close. It's getting there.
Yeah, fuck.
It's getting there.
For my changes, if I could.
Yeah.
New master rule.
Mm.
Pendulum Zones back to the side. No. The rest can stay, but Pendulum Zones back to the side. No. That's it. That's one full change.
They probably should never have moved.
No. They can't move them back now. They won't move them back.
They should never have moved them. They should never have... They should either have never moved them in the first place or never moved them back.
There. Yeah.
Yeah.
What else would I do? I would change the size of packs.
Bigger or smaller?
Smaller. No more 9 cards. Or 11 or whatever it is. 5 card packs only. But they would be 5 cards that are somewhat relevant now, instead of being 9 cards and 1 card maybe, if you're lucky, is playable.
They do burn through a lot of designs. That's the thing. So, yeah, you're burning through, like, completely trash cards, and you think about, like, the effort that has gone through, even though, you could just go, oh, they've just come up with it in a night. But that's still a night where you have to think about a card's effect and then match it with the design and match it with the archetype.
Exactly. It's like, I think, making an archetype, regardless of how good or bad it is difficult.
Mm.
Like, anyone who doesn't think so, I'd love to see your custom archetype, because I bet it's trash or broken.
Yeah.
Like, it's either not going to be playable, or it's going to be, like, so playable that it's impossible to ever put into a format, even if it's power creeping.
And even the aesthetics of it, like, they just burn through so many good designs on bad card types.
Dragon Maids should be the next Dragon Rulers.
Hmm.
Like, considering they've got the human version and then the dragon version, and it's like they're all correlating and shit, and it's just like, no, they're just bad. Someone at Locals was playing them the other day, and I was like, oh, what does this one do? And he picks up the card, he says, in the battle phase, and I went, okay, stop. I said, I don't want to.
That's my last thing. Make the battle phase relevant again.
How would they even do it?
Because battling is probably the key part of this.
Yeah, but I'm saying, like, how do they do it?
It probably is
like,
too far.
So many...
Ban every quick play effect monster.
But I can still summon Paradise Smasher. Like, for
That's
them
my
to
answer.
ever make Battle Phase relevant again, they'd have to go back, like...
Go back to ska music.
Back. I'm skanking.
Oh god. And that's that. There you go. There's your fourth thing you go do as Konami.
What was my third thing?
Oh shit! I don't remember. So,
Yeah, ska-based anime, and
just
I would make-
it's just the orcus type but light.
no, I was gonna say
It's just
symphonics. Oh, the light version of Orcus is a ska-kist. Orkska. And it's just like trumpets and shit.
Yeah.
Fuck harps. Harp horror.
It'll be like an accordion.
We out
They have
here with
accordions in ska, yeah.
with accordion. Oh, I've got nothing good that starts with A. Apple. It's a fruit archetype now.
Fruit. Ska.
Trumpet. Yeah, I got nothing.
Wait, what's a fruit that starts with T?
Tomato.
Yeah, sure. Someone got. Wouldn't I? Yeah, who cares? Anyway, moving on.
I was gonna say dragon fruit for some reason. That's so dumb.
Anyway, Yahoo Yu-Gi-Oh! I've come through Yahoo for a Yu-Gi-Oh! Related question.
Yep.
End of Yu-Gi-Oh! End of show Yu-Gi-Oh! Now I feel empty. So I just finished watching all 5 seasons of Yu-Gi-Oh! And the last episode made me cry. I now kind of feel empty.
I think it's. Oh, is it more to the question?
No. Let's just say no. Why do I feel like this?
Look, man, I think getting depressed at the end of like a binge is pretty normal, right? Like, I've done it with books and shit. You ever finish a really good book and you're like, oh man, it sucks that I'm never going to be able to read this book for the first time again. And like go through the ups and downs that happen through reading this.
I might have asked this question before. I don't remember the answer I gave for it though. So this is almost like reading a book again. If you wait long enough, it feels like you're reading the book for the first time, which is what I...
It's kind of like The Sleeper. Have you ever heard of The Sleeper? Where you sit on your hand and...
Oh, God. Why do you feel empty? Because that show kind of...
It filled a hole within you where your life was otherwise boring. You found something to do, and now it's gone.
Move on to GX. It'll be fine.
I'd say just find a better show to watch. Like,
I miss those. I don't miss those days. Of just binging shows and like that's a part of your life of just like, oh, I watched all of Doctor Who in like a month or two.
I watched Death Note pretty quickly recently. You watched Evangelion over the course of like 7 months.
Yeah, that's me binging. 7 months. Oh no, I got through the first half like in a week, and then a few months later came back to it.
We watch shows like now pretty like on schedule almost. Like we've been watching The Mandalorian week to week, the Star Wars.
Yeah, we've been watching Star Wars. I haven't watched wrestling in a bit.
I think what you need to do is find... Obviously, in the moment, you were addicted. So you need to find something to replace that addiction.
The actual card game?
Like meth. Oh.
No.
No, yeah, start playing the card game and you'll realise it's nothing... Like, you're fine. You'll be alright. You feel this way for like a day, and then you're good. It's like the most severe depression ever. You're like, I don't know if I can live without this show.
Because you do kind of lose a direction. Because there's always when you're doing stuff, going, oh, I'm gonna watch that episode.
I think I watched Sword Art Online once, and I felt pretty empty at the end of that, just because it was a really shit show.
That's what I was gonna go with. This is like you feel empty because that show didn't really fulfill anything. It just kind of...
How you have so much character building and your character is still an empty husk of a character is beyond me.
Yeah.
Shout out to Attack on Titan.
I've never seen it. That's a lie. I've seen a few episodes of it.
The chick in Attack on Titan is literally like a name and somewhat of like a love interest for this main character.
I hate that main character so much.
He's voiced by a pretty nice guy though. He's voiced by Matt Mercer, I believe.
That name's familiar. Well,
Critical Role.
No.
D&D.
No.
He voices McCree.
Oh, there we go.
He's also the intro to Hearthstone.
Oh, really?
Come sit down by the fire.
There you go. Play Hearthstone. Actually, don't play Hearthstone.
Don't play Hearthstone. Don't play. Give all. Just throw your money on the ground. It's better.
I can't believe I'm at a point where I think Yu-Gi-Oh's better than Hearthstone.
Can't believe we've been answering this question for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's the most we've ever spent on Yu-Gi-Oh, despite us. Actually, then again, we haven't really been answering. Just kind of been meandering around with what we've been binge watching.
All right, let's give one sentence each to this question.
Yeah, replace it with a different show. All right, and if you want it to be Yu-Gi-Oh related, keep going through GX and 5Ds. They're pretty much the same quality.
Yeah. I think I summed it up pretty well before. Do math.
And on that note, to all our listeners, thank you for listening. We'll catch us next week. Until then, don't do too much math.
Check out the channel.